By golly, old chap, how is everybody today? Have we found out that the oceans are riding? We live on the rim. The rims of the rim. Which part of the hat? Where do we actually live? What is this hat? Howdy, everybody, right? Ha 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 ha. This be Gilligan, eh? That's right. Gilligan showed up right here. I wonder where the skipper is, right? He'd be hauling around where the sharks are on the outside, right? Staying away from the center. Ah, yes, Gilligan. Oh, my God, golly gee, I'm a painter. I'm going to get out a good old painting and we're going to paint. Oh, wait a second. It's chilly outside, you know, and now I'm a rapper. You know, but that's okay. That's okay, because when I'm finished this game, right, you know, I'm just the same wicked Jew, you know? Look at that. Where does that keeper really fit, right? Does it fit right here? Is a bullhorn? No, there's too much point. Fits right here in the back. This whole back of the head, it fits so perfect. It's almost like I don't have a head or something. Look at that. Hey, look at that. All our heads are a little bit bigger somewhere in the back, right? Smaller for the bull's horn. Look at that, I'm completely bald. Something moving in there. See it? Something moving in there. Anyways, so that's how I began this video. And how would I like to continue the video? Just give me a second. So I'm going to end this video as so. Let me explain it to you. We went in the last video 9 times 18, which equals to 90 and 72. In order to create 72, you need 8 by 9 equals to 72. You need 10 times equal to 90. This is 109. This is your 8i. This becomes your 169, and it is the one area square inside 168 areas. 13 by 13 equals 169, the same size as the Monopoly board, creating this 162. All zeros equal 6. We now have 168 hours in the week. How can we make up 90? Okay. How can we make up, there's a number with 8. It's 11 times 8 plus 2. So can't we do 11 times 8 plus 2? 1, 1, and 2. 1 and 1 and 2. 2 is the addition. 1 and 1 is the multiplication of the 8. A mathematical understanding. 9 times 8, 72. Win a big red sun. Half of 8. Inside the cube, okay, inside the cube, okay, you have a total. I'm going to have to show you this. Inside this cube here, okay, inside 2 rows, right, here's your half-life. Your whole life, you need 4 corners. But in order to have this set up over here, you need 1 more row that's missing. These are dots. These are squares. Squares is taking up the dot is taking up the center and or the area space to 4 centers. 4 centers, 4 centers, 4 centers, 4 centers. This is taking up complete area space. Let's say these are the dots that are in between. The dots and the dice represent, let's say, this in-between area. So when you have 6, you only have between here and here. When you have 8, you have in between here, here, and here. These 2 on the outside of this one. Do you follow what I'm saying? Can you build this? Do you understand? So when I do that, just the same, just want to say that. How do we get 8? Well, the top house is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the bottom house is 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 6 of 8. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals 6 and 8. And this is your area square, 9 lives of the cat. Where the 9th life of the cat is actually living right over here. And how do I know? Because now we're going to go get the deck of cards out, and all the cards are telling you the same stories. So I build life I built creation. I built whatever you want to call it in layman terms. How did we get here? What is the truth about this or that? What does this mean? Well, it means in comparison numerologically. That numerologically, take it very easy. To create number 5, 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 equals 3 and 2. Letters B, C came after A and D. To know to build 7 is 3 times 1, 3 plus 1, creating X. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. How about tick tock, tick tock, tick tock? On the cross and passing over, on the slide. This is Zion. This is high Zion, high Zion. The turning, rotation, the in-between is 4 areas, okay, that it belongs to the core. Don't want to get into it. I don't know it right now. So, we're going to go back to, where's that number again? Yes, it was on here and on here. That number 8, the deck of cards, that's what we were going for. Yes, the deck of cards. Deck of cards. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 1. 4 and none. But is this actually number 1? Or should this say 3? Because it is the operator. It is singularity. Operator. 1. Now, we go ahead and we get to the 8 card from the 7 card. And now, 4, 1, 4, 1. 1 for 1 exchange inside 8 from 7. Grover Cleveland on a flagpole. Sesame Street holding up a sign for 114. 411 is 424. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 6 and 8. Separation of 7. 9 lives of the cat. 6 and 8 pay the odds of when you gamble on the game of craps. Odds according to odds in games people play. That'll be 76. You got to put up $6. You get 7 back. Those are your odds. We create the perfect form of creation by understanding what is the obligation, what is the possibility. Obligation, possibility. When the dice stops to roll, a flat dice on a flat surface, when they both kiss each other flat, the number on top is the number counted. Layman terms of understanding where things are and how we get the answers to particulars. 7 out. 7 out with 1. Here we have 2. 2 and 6, 1 and 6. 2 and 6, 1 and 6. The queen, 62, 1, or the jack, J God. J God. Is that the one that's the pig? He's got 2 because he's got 2 worlds. I just don't know that the out is the 7. These be going rotation because once you have 4, 1 and 4, 1, what about these 4 now? Over here. Huh? So what do we call this? We call this 3. We call this 3 and we call this 2. 3, 2, 3. But because of the ups and downs, there's going to be another terminology for it. Can we find anything else? We have the 5. You know what? Everything starts actually by the 4. You know that, right? Everything starts at the 4. I'm just trying to turn all these cards upside down. It seems like I have a lot of the same cards in here. And the 10, everything starts at the 4. I got a 4, but it's not the right 4. Isn't that funny that I can't get the right 4? Because the right 4 shows me that there's 4 of these. There's 4 of these in 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the question is the 8 and 5, are these high enough to the top? The distance from here to here compared to the 10, which also is 5 on the top, but look how much closer they are because they're sharing area space. See how these 2 is sharing the area space of that one over here? 2 worlds come together, save the area space. And this shows up in the A the C, the E, and the I. When the I in gematria is moved over, because the ninth key from left to right in gematria is a B, all of a sudden you have B between D, and you have 2, 4 inside of 5 because of what shows up. Top 2 corners, bottom 2 corners. 2 up, 1 down, 2 up, 1 down. Do we go 3 or 3 dots, saying E, and H? One solid line. In the Hebrew language, if I put one solid line here, or I put 3 dots, solid line and 3 dots, vowels, creation of the vowels, how the vowels work. And then obviously there's going to be a design. See this right over here? There's a design. Don't you see the face? I see it. I see a face. I see the nose over here, part of the ear over here, the neck, the body. So all these cards will possess one thing in common. They all have 4 corners to them. They possess the 4. The 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, the 8, and the 9. When you add all that, it equals to 45 minus 6. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3 equals 6. 1 through 9 equals 45. 45 minus 6 equals 39, and 6, 45. So all the cards with 4 equal to a total of 39. Boom. Boom. If you're counting down, okay, you have 30, then 9. If you're counting up, you have 35 plus 4. So you have electric company in the delta angle, and the other way you have creation, 5 times 6, F, the E world. The other thing is, I had something in my mind. I was like in another world looking at almost like this face to face. Yes, counting up and counting down, right. So now you add the 10 into this. You add the 10, okay, from 4 through 10. Instead of 39, you have 49, and that is the gateway. So in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7 cards out of 10 cards, you will get a total numeric value of 49. 7 cards, 7 average. Now, okay, it was 39, now it's 49. 39 is created 7 times 4, 7 plus 4 equals 28 cycle of the moon. The sky system, 7 plus 4 is 11, 1 and 1. Locked up, like the eye of the storm. It's locked up. The tunnel in that eye is because of the storm. If the storm doesn't exist, the tunnel is not there. 1 and 1. If it's coming at you, it's not going against you. If it's coming at you, it's against you. If you're running away, it's still against you. You're not running against it. You're not running against each other. It's one running to, one running from. So now you add it up. So now you have 6 and 4 through 10 equaling to 49, and 6 equal to 55. 49 and 6 minus the 6, it becomes 43. And now we have DC from ABC. Forget about A because A is in C. We have BC against DC. Now A and D is almost the same. A plus D equals E. The A is played inside C. C is inside of E. So nothing exists until 5. So what's first? 4. 4 is what is ignited, okay, from mirroring 2. 1 is what you get when 2 gets 1. And then we end up with 5. But 2 is a void. There's nothing else on the card. It's a void. There are 4 missing in the 5 card in order for it to be exactly like the 9 card. The 3 card is here and here, only played by the 1 in the center, acknowledging that everything else exists. which is the ace. From the A world into the E world, the creation of the 4 worlds plus the 1 world, and the 1 world survival. So nothing exists till here until this card ignites with the 4 card to create what is the only card, and that's the 5 card. Center to everything on the outside, everything else is on the inside. From 9 high to 5 low, because 9 is after 8, 7 is before, 6 is after 5, 4 is before. The spirit of 76 is because of E and I. 5 and 9. Do you remember before we were talking about the moon, 5 and 7? 5 times 7 electric company, 5 plus 7, 12, equals to a total of 47. 4 times 7, 4 plus 7 is 11, 28 equals to 39. Add up the cards, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have that 39, plus ABC, 1, 2, 3, which because 1 is inside 3 and 2 is part of it to create it, but does not play a role until E, understanding that B has been mirrored in order to support A. What is she wearing? What is this design? We have to keep throwing things until they become something. Obviously, everybody can see the 2 6s facing each other. So we have to understand then that we have to turn them over again. We can also call them the ribs of Eve, if you'd like. The ribs of Eve, or holding on to the center of the North Pole, understanding where the feet are below to above. If you pulsate, if the energy is coming in to go out, it has to have an in to go out. The items must exist for the life to exist. If it's a ball, it could be the energy is all around it. I'm ignited because I'm full of energy, ignited from the consumption of whatever. I started off this whole video and I wanted to talk about iron ore, the rocks and minerals from the metallic Fe_3, O_4, 72.4 Fe. Now, I have no idea. I'd have to understand this a little bit more in iron ore. Ores containing very high quantities of hematite or magnetite. Greater than above 60% iron are known as a natural ore or direct shipping ore, meaning they can be fed directly into iron-making blast furnaces. Iron ore is the raw material used to make pig iron. Pig iron. You remember I say the way the pigs are always connected to the skies? Now we got the iron ore talking about pig iron. And what's so funny about iron ore is it's RS. It's RN. It's RS. It's IO with OE coming into the 2 words. So it's talking about something. And then the words go magnetite, herbitite. So the 2 words start with an I and an O, which is 9 and 15, which is 9 and 6. So I know there's a relation because 9 times 6 equals 54, the numeric value for the sun, and the split between 2 sides. 54, 55, 56, D, E, and F. 54 is 9, 55 is 10, and 56 is 11. So it's 912, 93, connecting of the skies. Raphael, 7286, and having our metals constantly particles, radiant in the sky, always moving. They're so fine that we breathe them. And then when we go to the bathroom, it's actually what we're exterminating from it, but the metals inside our body, the metals from the skies. Anyways, we went over the cards, the lungs, the gateway, the station, why our bodies are not actually rebuilding fast enough for us to actually have a longer life, for limbs to actually push bullets out of our bodies. And because we were made that way, we grow that way. the sore is healed. So why shouldn't it be able to push? And no, we are electronic. We are fleshy robotics. We have been disconnected internally, so we no longer can do our own repairs. Can you understand? Can you understand when you say, hey, look, the seed is coming and it's drinking this and it's drinking that, and look, a flower is growing and we've got onions in the ground, and every single year we have the same thing. Well, you're a fruit, you're a vegetable, you're living. Why isn't the body smarter than it is? Why does the body only not, what is not reading? Is it our blood? Is it the stamping out? Has our motherboard been changed and not taught to let it continue on, that life is life and our body is death forever and it cannot live? Because the mind will live on, and yes, you will have another body. You have to have something. You have to have something that, number one, satisfies your mind. Once it satisfies your mind, you have everything. You know, when you're in this world and you feel like you got taken advantage of, you feel like you got raped out of something because of your underdeveloped thinking patterns. They've been hijacked. John marks the spot. John sitting on the toilet reading another book. Jesus Christ, we're all mad and effed up. UCK, creation, command, create. And that V, the dividing, you know, they divide. You know, when you divide with the K, you can have two areas to go under and then an auger to go through the center. We had that. We had the waters going through the under part, or the augers going through the side, each one going, one coming, and then you can run the water through the center. So when you're running the water through the center, the things that it'll turn on the side will automatically move your conveyors on each side of that valley. You follow what I'm saying? Here's what I'm saying over here. I have two walls. One wall here. I have a complete floor over here, right? The letter K, you know what I'm saying? The letter K, right? The letter K. So imagine it's sitting this way. Exactly like this. Sitting on this. The water's in the valley flowing. And on this side there's an auger or something. And on this side there's something. And in here there's little wheels or little paddles, little, what do you call it, the rudders that turn around, and when the water flows it turns around and it makes whatever's here and here move. So this has to be moving very, very quickly to create enough energy to make whatever's underneath here to move. Obviously, if you have one energy, one matter here and matter here, and something, one matter needs to move the other matter, how can you do that? Obviously, if there were pistons, I'd put pistons here, gasoline that would pump these shocks and make the motor turn around and make the wheels move. So we have the same thing on our planet, pumping stations up and down Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Now the tea is warm. Thank you for watching this video 2323.